didn't put my hands back on. Oops, my furry hands. But anyways, I'm Trish, and you're at Trish's Creative Treasures. Grab you a cup of coffee, grab you a drink, a soda, tea, whatever poison you pick, and let's do some Vlogtober chatting. Not that I have a whole lot to chat about, but hey, I can always find something to flap my gums with. I am going to have some videos coming up from you, some hauls, so keep an eye out for them. I uploaded earlier today the spooky Halloween tag. I was tagged by Rebecca over at Yarn and Pajamas, and I have Amazon hauls, I have Joann's, I will have Michael's, and I will have Hornings is a grocery store. I will have Hirschner's, and I'll have a few more Amazon yet this week till I get everything in. But yeah, if you'll watch, I got the divot shilp. So I had actually put these in my cart when I watched Cinnamon Stitch's video about her hooks, and that she thinks that this and the Omis, or however you say it, are pretty much the same. So I had actually had a bunch of these in my cart, and I ordered that morning before I watched it. So I was like, I ordered that already. I mean, it's okay. It's very lightweight. I mean, I like the Odysseys, and I like the weight of them in my hand. So, I mean, I could work with this, not a problem. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to work with it, because it's like a Susan Bates, but the front of it there is so jagged. Like, it's going to be odd. But I bought it, so I'm going to figure out how to use it, because I'm going to use it because I bought it. Although I have a ton of crochet hooks that I should use, but you know, you get your favorite ones. I have my furls, which not all of them can be found from when I was stuck downstairs till I could come upstairs after surgery. Draken cleaned up my room for me to come in, and Draken is notoriously known for throwing stuff away. Instead of just picking it up and putting it away, we just put it in a trash bag and we just throw it away. So I would think he would know better than to throw my crochet hooks away, because he knows, like, you touch my yarn in the wrong way, you touch my hooks the wrong way, I'm like, yeah, my fangs come out and everything. So I wouldn't think he would throw away them, but this is Draken. You never know. He literally just chucks. So it's like he gets mad because now when he cleans something, I will sit there in a chair and I will babysit him, and he gets mad at me because, do you have to watch me? Do you have to watch everything I do? Well, apparently, yes, I do. I mean, the one year, instead of putting his clothes away, he threw all his clothes in the trash. We had no clue. Trash went out to the dumpster. The trash man came and got it, and he had no clothes. And here I am thinking, you know, oh my God, what happened? He threw his clothes away. Brand new clothes, because it was just his birthday and we had bought him a whole bunch of clothes. Yeah. Toys he throws away. The only thing he won't throw away is shoes. He's like a shoe addict. You know, like, he's got his Jordans. He's got his Nike Jordans, his Nike Air, I don't remember what they're called, because they're just a sneaker to me. Then he got his Vans that we got him. Then he's got those ones, the ugly, they are butt ugly, from Kanye West, Yeezys or something, I don't know. And he wanted cowboy boots for his birthday. They're $70. All right, I'll order them for you. So I did, because I got him a little bit bigger. I'm just worried that he's not gonna be able to get them on his foot, because he has such wide feet. The instep of his foot is wide, and he's got wide legs. So it's like, if they don't fit, I'm gonna have to send them back. So I told him, I said, you're gonna get them and you try them on, but then I have 7 days to be able to send them suckers back. And believe me, if they don't fit them, I'm getting my $70 back, and then I'll go get him some clothes or something. But he's just got this shoe addiction. I'm like, you're worse than some women. I'm like, oh my God. Me, I could care less. You know, I just want something in the wintertime that keeps my feet warm. I got sneakers, and just in the summertime, I prefer barefoot, but I don't like to feel the dirt beneath my feet anymore since I'm older, so I always have some sort of slip-on shoe in the summertime. I can't wear flip-flops because that thong thing that goes between your toes, how you all do that? That's like torture. I cannot walk with that. Ooh, I'm like, ooh, ah, ooh. I tried wearing flip-flops once, and I was like, never again. I was like one of the worst days of foot pain ever. But, I don't know. It's looking like it's going to storm here, but not sure. Oh my God, this coffee is so good. It is delicious. Caramel apple pie. Donut shop. Got it at Walmart. And then when upon opening, I had Jim bring my, we went to the store last night and I bought the Keurig, so it was like, I totally forgot to get K-Cups. It's real smart, isn't it? Can't have coffee with the Keurig without K-Cups. Because this doesn't even have the little basket thing. This is just K-Cups. So, I forgot about the creamer because I'm keeping this up here. Because this way I can get my own coffee. Because when I asked Tiana in the morning to get me coffee, she's like, yeah, in a little bit. Well, 2 hours have gone by and it's like, yo, coffee? If I have to, you know, and it's like, please. So now I can just make my own freaking coffee and I don't have to worry about them. Just get up, walk over here. I need to come over here more often anyways and do some work, although I've been sitting over here all day and I've been cranking videos. You know, I've been just doing some videos while I have the time right now. And yeah, I didn't do any crafting today. Well, I did a little bit of diamond painting. And I did my face, like, I even gave myself the little beady things on my lip. I regret doing I had a black nose. I don't know where the heck that went. Huh. This was a lot darker too. This one's still dark, but I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, Tiana can get me some. It's like I did like the kitty eyes and everything, but I didn't have any blue eyeshadow. So I told Tiana that I asked her, I said, do you have like this color blue eyeshadow somewhere? And she's like, probably. I'm like, good. Bring me the palette before you go to bed tonight because I need to do my makeup tomorrow. Because I don't know if she works tomorrow morning or not. No. Tomorrow's Saturday. She'll probably close because they've been putting her on close lately. Someone is out front yelling. I mean, I don't know. It's a voice I don't know. Talking out front. Oh well. I'm here. They're there. Don't care. But, so what have you guys done today? It is Friday, October 7th, so which means it's Draken's birthday today. Although we're not going to do his party till next Saturday evening. We were all going to go out to eat and just go out to eat. But then I told him, I'm like, it's just going to be our family. You know, like Jim, Raven, Brandon, me, him, Tiana, Trey, Tiana's boyfriend that is living here now. And, then Kira and Damien and the boys go. And then Dessa and Josie. So, yeah. Then we get, it's like we put a bunch of tables together and everybody pays their own bill. Like Jim and I pay for our group, and then Kira and Damien pay for theirs, and Des pays for her and Josie. That's just the way we do it because I can't afford to pay for everybody. But he wanted at first to go to Infinitos, but then he wanted friends to come, and then he wanted to invite other people like that are family but not, you know, right in the family. And I'm like, honey, they do not have, they used to have a party room, which they got rid of. Like, I don't know why, but they got rid of their party room. You can't have parties there anymore. And, you know, it's not it's a long, narrow kind of place. So there's not a lot of room to put a bunch of tables together to make it, you know, a bigger spot for a lot of people to sit. Plus, they don't crank out the food fast enough because everybody's so shorthanded nowadays because nobody wants to work, I guess. I don't know. I wish I could work. Unfortunately, I can't. But I went through and I what beads I got today, and last night I've organized and I got going in my bead box here. So yeah, the black ones that I showed you in my Amazon haul that you'll see, I don't think I put that one up. I think that one's going to come up tomorrow on my Amazon haul. So just so you know, because I'm not sure about the black ones, they're black obsidian, and the greenish ones are dragon's blood. But, oh, and the multicolored purple and pink and brown ones, they're called Imperial Agate. So, and then the amethyst, and then I have a bunch of other ones coming. And these are really cute. I have someone that ordered some candy cane earrings, so I need to make these for her. But my, not candy cane, candy corn. My candy corn glass beads came in. And so I have enough to make probably 10 pair, maybe. And then I also got different sizes and different ways of sunflower charms. I don't know if you can see that or not. So a good friend of mine had ordered 4 sunflower stitch markers. Yeah, come on Trish, pull it out of your head, pull it out. So yes, I need to make her 2 silver, 2 gold. So I'm gonna hopefully get that done tonight, because I don't have to cook dinner. Raven is making her meatloaf, and there's one thing that Raven makes very good is meatloaf. Oh yeah, here's another thing I want to show you. I just gotta sit forward so I can reach it. Is something I made for myself to put on my hands for tomorrow, because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. So I made myself 2 fingerless gloves. Where's the hole at? Here we go. So I made them so that they can go all the way up to my fingers, and if I just want to use my fingertips I can, or I can roll this down and have more. I didn't tuck my ends in yet. Have more room with my fingers if I roll them down. This thumb hole, I made 1 stitch too tight when I was going around. I slip stitched way too many, one too many, and so now it's like this one I can flex it, but this one I can't, but that's okay. So I made myself some hand warmers, and then I started, which is still over there, I started making an ear warmer to go with this. So that'll be that. So I have something to keep, because that's one thing I hate, like when my hands are cold, because my hands get cold. My hands and feet always get cold really quick. So I made these yesterday. They didn't take long at all. So I have some things that I would change and some things I will not that I did with these. But well, I guess I have blubbered on long enough, because really I have nothing exciting to talk about today. I watched some of who all was on this morning on YouTube, and I didn't even crochet, I don't think, this morning. I was just kind of like a little achy and ouchy and sore, and was sleepy but couldn't go back to sleep, so I watched some TV. Well, I watched YouTube. That's what I always watch anymore, except for at night when Jim gets here, because he gets bored. Although he falls asleep within seconds, but still, it gives me a chance. I'm paying for all these other shows. You know, I pay for Netflix and Hulu and Prime, and then Odessa, I use her Disney, and I use her HBO Max. So, and she used to use my Netflix, but they made it now with Hulu and Netflix that you can't share it. I guess the router number, or the whatever number it is that comes up of where you're streaming from, all has to be in like from the same thing. So, you know, we can do it our house and Jim's house because we all use the same router for our Wi-Fi. So I guess that's what we all ping off of. So that's what we do. But I'm hungry though. Jim was supposed to bring me my salad, and he never brought me my salad. Means I'll have to get on Draken and say, you can go get Mama's salad. Although my cats will attack me. I ate 3 bites of my dinner I couldn't eat last night because, well, not that you care, but I ate an egg roll last night, and I didn't even think twice about it. I'm like, oh, an egg roll. In the bag, in the bottom of the bag, it was just grease sitting in there. Didn't even think about it. I mean, because it's like it's been 6-7 months since my surgery, but my brain is still adapting to the new normalcy of life. Sometimes I'm there and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And then other times I'm like, oh, Chinese food. Yeah, because I mean, I love egg rolls. Before surgery, I could eat the crap out of egg rolls. And like, I love my chicken and broccoli. I like my crispy chicken. I mean, I just have all these things. So I would always order like a small pint of everything. So I had lunch for a couple days. Well, everybody just ordered one thing last night, and it was like over $100. That's how much Chinese food has gone up. It used to be, and I order exactly the same thing I get for everybody all the time, and it used to be like $80-some, and it was like 114 something, I think Jim said. So it was like, holy moly. Well, luckily for my sake, it'll save me money now, is I got really sick after eating the egg roll. And then I ended up, yeah, I came back to visit. And then I was just nauseous the rest of the night. So for lunch, I tried to eat. I had Tiana heat me up my dinner because I didn't even eat my dinner. I got myself chicken and broccoli. And I ate 3 bites of that today. Literally, I had 1 piece of chicken I chewed up and 2 bites of broccoli. That was it. And immediately my stomach started hurting. And so I don't know if there's like an oil in there or something that just doesn't agree with me now. I mean, I did not throw up this time. It stayed down. But it was very uncomfortable and it's painful. And it's just an awful feeling that you get. They call it dumping syndrome, but you normally don't do anything to cause the dumping. But when you get the pain in your stomach like that, it's considered dumping syndrome. Some people will bring it up or send it out the other way. But I know I talk about awful things. But it's the reality of life, right? Everybody does it. It happens to everybody. It's just totally different after you have gastric bypass and your intestinal tract is no longer the same as it once was, and the stomach, your whole digestive system is so different. And it was my first time having Chinese food since surgery, so it's a lesson learned that I am not going to eat Chinese food anymore. Not if it's going to make me feel like that. I mean, it tastes, I love Chinese food, don't get me wrong, it tastes delicious, but if that's what it's going to do to me, I don't want no parts of it, because I don't want to sit around for hours again. That was why I didn't do anything today. That's right, because I felt so nauseous. The pain in my stomach wouldn't go away. I got up and walked around a little bit, because they say get up and walk around. Maybe it helps it move down. Yeah, it took about a couple hours, and then it was fine, and then I came over here. Because now it's like, there's no way I could sit like how I sit at the table where, you know, you can feel your abdominal muscles in there, and I'm kind of crunched over at my stomach. Oh, no, no, no. I mean, because I know that my stomach's not fully healed either. It takes, they said it would take up to a full year for everything to be 100% healed on the inside. So, I mean, I'm halfway there. But I don't usually get sick anymore or nauseous. I've kind of got it down to a point of what I can eat, except for when I'm trying something new. So I always try something new. Charles, you are a dingbat. It's a little stinker. He will not stay off my sewing machine. He's sleeping on top of my sewing machine. Let me see if I can pull this over here. Just mind the mess. So, this is Charles sitting on my sewing machine at the window. I take him off. He goes right back on. I take him off. He goes right back on. So I take the thread off and everything, and I'm like, whatever, dude, just sit there. So, if you heard the poof, that's because he's sitting there sleeping, and he's using my bag of wax. He's resting his face on my bag of wax, and he rolled off onto the, I mean, luckily the windowsill's right there. He didn't roll to the floor. I mean, but yeah, poor thing. I mean, he's old. I mean, he's really old, and you can tell he's aging. His fur's not so nice anymore, and I sit and groom him all the time. He loves when you brush him, and he sheds so much fur. But he will purr like the dickens as long as you brush him, and it makes him, he sits there and he does like Katie does it, my dog, like if you scratch her butt end, you know, back by her tail, she does this. I don't know what the whole tongue thing is, but he does it too. Like he puts his head back and forth like Stevie Wonder and sticks his tongue out. I guess they like it, but yeah, it's only when you scratch like at the base of his tail, you know, I call it their butt, but it's not really their butt because I wouldn't touch their butts. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But yeah, so if you heard the bump, he fell off my sewing machine onto the windowsill. He's all good. He climbed back up and he's back to sleep already. Because that's all he does anymore. Eats and sleeps. Now, if you heard a wrapper of food go, he'd be like, what? I'm there. You know, because he's just one that try to, I mean, luckily I was done eating my Chinese food today because I was just sitting there holding it, and I was going to have Tiana come get it, so I was going to give it to her. Well, I had all 9 cats on me. No, I had 8. I lie. I didn't have Piper because Piper very rarely comes out. You see her at night when the food is, you know, when Draken's doing the food and water and everything. You will see her come out to eat and drink, and then she goes back into her hiding place. So we can't even find her. I mean, she has I got her a new collar too that we need to find her and get it on her. So they can all be free of what little, I mean, they don't really have a lot. It's just a few, but I want to kick it in the butt before it starts because no, I do not want fleas in my house. We had that up at the old house and that was a pain in the butt to get rid of. All from one cat that kept sneaking out of my house because we lived right behind a duck pond. So he would go over, he'd get across the gate and he would chase the ducks all the way. You would hear him at night and he's like, the ducks would fight him back. Oh, he had gashes in him and fur ripped out. But I'm like, well, that's what you get for fighting with them stupid ducks, you know. And we weren't even all ducks. Some of them were geese, you know. They could be vicious. Because I see how they would bite each other. Because when my kids were little, they used to love to go over and we would take bread or stale cereal. I could even take the leftovers out of my fridge. Spaghetti, you know, whatever it might be. We would, instead of throwing it away, we fed it to the ducks. They loved it. They ate everything. And then now they say it's not good to give ducks bread. Well, these ones ate bread and they were perfectly fine. But yeah, sadly, they dried up that little pond and now it's all dry. The ducks are gone. The geese are gone. So it kept my kids entertained for years. But now when I see like there's a fence, so there used to be a lot of honeysuckle that grew on that fence, but towards the end before we moved out, it was just getting so full of poison ivy. And you hated to have to spray the poison ivy because then you were going to kill the honeysuckle. And I love the honeysuckle when it would come up in the springtime and it would just aerate my house, you know, with that sweet smell of honeysuckle with the windows open and the breeze blowing. I loved it. But yeah, now the poison is bad. But okay, I'm going to mean it this time when I say I'm going to get off here. I love you all, and I hope you're all enjoying Vlogtober. I did not get to give you, I'm horrible. I need to come down with the fact, because I want to start giving you some, like, factional history stuff of Samhain and, you know, where it came from. Because Samhain actually comes from the Celtic, you know, back in the day, when what they call witchcraft and stuff now was normal. You prayed to your gods, you know, you prayed to the deity, to the universe, and the sun, and the stars, and the moon. So, alright guys, I love yous. I hope you all have a great night. Get some sleep, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Keep smiling. You're beautiful.